Stacy Willis, and I am the Dean and Program Director of the Occupational Therapy Programs here at West Coast University. And it is my honor to be here before you this afternoon celebrating these exquisite graduates. I would like to welcome you all to our hooding ceremony honoring these master's graduates, no longer students. This is an honored event for our university, and I'm excited to be here. For all the family and friends that are live streaming in, welcome. To the graduates, faculty, and associates with me today, welcome. It is so good to see each of you as we celebrate our 2022 graduates. Graduates known as the Red Cohort. You're a part of our rich history and legacy. You have certainly made your mark not only within the walls of our institution, but also out in the real world, as evidenced by your excellent fieldwork marks and remarks. You have demonstrated professionalism, knowledge, and skill. It is a pleasure to have been having a front row seat to your growth and your professional growth over these past 2 years. You have persevered and you have accomplished all of your goals. I'm a firm believer that if you think you can, you will. And if you think you can't, you won't. The brain is so powerful. What you think, you become. And you are here today because you knew that you could. Family, loved ones, and friends that are watching us today, we recognize and applaud your enormous role that you have played and the sacrifices that you have made that have enabled our graduates to be here today. To our exceptional OT faculty, associates, and administrative staff here today, thank you. A big part of the successes that we are celebrating is based on the effective teamwork and extraordinary knowledge of these passionate and skilled individuals. Members of the Red Cohort, welcome to the profession of occupational therapy. We will no longer refer to you as students, but our colleagues. You are now our colleagues. Congratulations. I would like to now welcome to the stage our Executive Director, Dr. Adam Christen, who will address the graduates. Dr. Christen?
Thank you, Dr. Willis. Congratulations, graduates. Masters in Occupational Therapy. A special thanks to family, friends, and loved ones in the audience here today. I'd like to pause for a moment and allow our graduates to give you all a round of applause for your support. Ladies and gentlemen, these graduates have an absolutely amazing opportunity ahead of them. That is after they pass their MSOT. That's right. Study now. As Dr. Willis so eloquently put it, they are indeed colleagues. It is an interesting position to be placed in now, having worked with their faculty in a student kind of role. Now they enter into the professional workforce doing two things. Being able to act on a dream that they've all had for the last couple of years, and now going into the profession as nurturing souls as they are, and being able to contribute to the profession, and more importantly, most importantly, helping those in need. Helping those in need with anything from a broken arm to just being elderly, not being able to contribute to the normal activities of daily living. It's an incredible, powerful position to be in, and I actually applaud you all. You have such an amazing journey ahead of you, one that you've already accomplished. Thank you so much for the opportunity. The Center for Graduate Studies is an amazing place to be at West Coast University. I can't remember exactly what cohort number this is, 28 or coming in 28. It's just an amazing amount. 18? Okay. At any rate, congratulations to you all. What an amazing adventure you're going to be on. Study hard for this MSOT, get into the profession, make a difference for everyone. So, congratulations.
I would like to now welcome you to the stage our keynote speaker, Dr. Elise Leverovich. I always say Dr. L. See, I need to stop doing that. Dr. Elise Lazarovich received her master's in occupational therapy from Thomas Jefferson University in 2014 and her post-professional clinical doctorate in occupational therapy from University of St. Augustine for Health Sciences in 2020. Her doctoral capstone project focused on the development of an occupational therapy case management program for individuals with serious mental illness. While Dr. Lazarovich has experiences in a variety of OT settings, her primary interests are in mental health and school-based occupational therapy. She currently serves as our capstone coordinator for the OTD program and enjoys assisting our doctorate students with their doctoral capstone experience placements, as well as completion of their doctoral capstone projects. Please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Dr. Elise Lazarovich.
Hello and welcome, Red Cohort, as well as your closest family and friends. My name is Dr. Elise Lazarovich, as Dr. Willis just said. I'm an assistant professor and the capstone coordinator here at West Coast. More importantly, I'm a Scorpio Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising, with a Scorpio Stellium. You might be wondering why I'm sharing my birth chart with you guys, especially because of my Scorpio Stellium. If you know, you know. But don't worry, more on that later. For now, I want to introduce the topic of this speech, which is the importance of self-actualization, both personally and professionally. So let's get started. What is self-actualization? Self-actualization is defined as the realization or fulfillment of one's talents and is a driving force found in every human. I'm sure you all remember Maslow's hierarchy of needs, with physiological needs at the bottom, then safety, belonging and love, esteem, and lastly at the very top of that pyramid is self-actualization. This often overlooked layer can be considered the cherry on top of the sundae that is life, and my goal in this speech is to illustrate the close connection between occupational therapy and self-actualization, and to inspire you to utilize the tenets of our amazing profession to improve the lives of everyone around you, including yourselves. Occupational therapy is one of the most rewarding careers out there, as it is one of the few careers where you can truly find internal and external satisfaction. As OTs, I consider us to be quality of life specialists, working with our clients to reach their highest level of independence in whatever areas are most important to them. So, if OT is focused on reaching an individual's highest potential, and self-actualization is the realization of an individual's talents, you guys see where I'm going with this? Okay, good. I'm going to share a personal story with you all today that has been truly life-changing for me. As an occupational therapist, I've worked in numerous settings, including inpatient and outpatient mental health, schools, early intervention, home health, and even started my own OT business. Being raised by a single immigrant mother, hustling was always a part of my persona. As such, I am not one to turn down a lucrative opportunity. So in the beginning of 2020, pre-pandemic, a company I was working with part-time offered me a contract to provide school-based OT services to a local 18-year-old student who was being homeschooled. I was a school-based OT at the time, he lived close by, and I liked the hourly rate they were offering, so I agreed. When I first received his IEP, I was shocked. I read through it and thought, what kind of support could I possibly offer this 18-year-old guy that he hasn't received yet? His developmental history was intense. He was a twin born 3 months premature who had 3 cerebral hemorrhages back-to-back within his first few hours of life. His IEP portrayed him as a low-functioning student with an extensive list of disabilities, and I really wasn't sure if I was up for the challenge of becoming his OT. I decided I would do one session and see how it went. On the day of our first scheduled session, his mom texted me and said, I think we should just use today to get to know one another and see if this is a good fit. I could not have agreed more. I was so nervous. His mom, Suzanne, and I spent over 2 hours that day discussing Hawk's history, and she ended up debunking many of the myths that I had read in his IEP. What she depicted to me that day was a brilliant and kind boy who was unable to communicate with the outside world until just a few months prior, when he had been introduced to typing by his special ed teacher, Melissa. This conversation left me intrigued, excited, and inspired, so I decided to commit to working with his family. Thank God I did, because this young man Hawk has become one of my greatest teachers to date. I have had the privilege of working with him on a weekly basis for over 2 years now. To say his growth has been unbelievable is an understatement. Hawk has gone from being viewed as incapable, deficient, and broken by our society and healthcare system, to finally being recognized as the young man with a brilliant mind and prolific ideas he truly was all along. Since discovering typing as a method of communication, Hawk has gone from having no voice at all to actively using his voice to spread his messages of loving kindness, unity, and harmony through blog posts, songs, poems, and a book we are currently working on together. His unique and challenging life experiences have given him the most beautiful perspective on life, and to know him is to love him truly. But enough about Hawk, let's get back to me. The past 2 years as his OT have granted me a front row seat to Hawk's journey to self-actualization because remember, OT and self-actualization go hand in hand, right? But one of the unexpected consequences of my time with Hawk has been my own journey of self-actualization. Without realizing it, Hawk became my mirror. Watching his growth process forced me to look inwards and assess my own weaknesses. I, at first subconsciously, began to examine the gaps in my own life. For a little context, my whole life I've been on the right track. I was a good student, a great tennis player, I got a full scholarship to a Division I school, got my bachelor's, master's, doctorate, all before I was 30. All of these things made my family and friends very proud, but it didn't do much for me. I felt like I was just checking off boxes on this arbitrary checklist of life. So once I took an interest in developing this new level of self-awareness, I did what any basic girl in LA does. I turned to astrology, tarot, and my trusted pendulum. Shout out to Dr. Tenny. Although these tools have become part of the stereotype that I most certainly fit, they also help me connect with parts of myself that weren't tangible in the past. The more curious and self-aware I got about my own life, the more aware I became of other people. You know what they say, self-aware people are aware of other people. I realized that in the past, we used to admire the height of individual achievements, but now I choose to admire the depth of an individual's awareness. I now realize that my biggest accomplishment today is not related to a degree or a career, but rather to the ongoing pursuits of my inner talents, creativity, and fulfillment. So, back to Hawk, one day he and I are having a conversation in the Zoom chat box in which he shares that he has the ability to see what someone's life purpose is, and I jokingly said, oh yeah, what's mine? As if it was the most obvious thing in the world, he says, your purpose is to help others self-actualize, duh. This was in February 2022, 2 years after we started working together. I was like, you could have mentioned this sooner, you know, this might have helped me a little bit. But all jokes aside, this got me thinking, is my path to self-actualization tied to helping others on their path? I realized that every time you help someone self-actualize, whether it is in a professional or a personal setting, you're actually helping yourself at the same time. This symbiotic relationship is something that I really want to stress to all of you as you are starting a new chapter of your lives by entering the workforce, which will be full of new responsibilities, challenges, and opportunities. Throughout your careers, you will work with thousands of individuals, many of whom have very valuable insights and experiences to share with you. One of the most important things I've learned so far in my career is the importance of being able to learn from your clients and not just assuming that your clients will only learn from you. As we preach in school, being a lifelong learner is key to being the best possible OT you can be. So I want to encourage you to not only think of learning as a formal experience completed through reading articles or taking continuing education courses, but informally as well through your everyday encounters with your clients, friends, and family. Another important lesson I want to share with you all is the importance of staying true to the holistic and authentic nature of our profession. This is what makes us unique after all. In the first few years of your career, you will inevitably feel pressure from treatment, documentation, and productivity requirements. I'm sure you already have their fieldwork, right? So, however, when we give into this pressure and we stop seeing the forest for the trees, we're doing ourselves and our clients a disservice. You know in horse racing how they put blinders on the horses in order to get them from point A to point B in the fastest time possible with the fewest distractions? This tends to happen to new therapists as well. You guys are always in this race from point A to point B to see as many patients as you can, finish your documentation as quickly as you can, right? But we're not horses, and the speed at which you arrive at your destination is irrelevant. The most effective way I have found to avoid this trap is to focus on being present and on making the connection with your clients. Once we remove these blinders, we're able to see things with an open mind and treat our clients with an open heart, just as our profession was always intended to do. I promise I'm almost done, but this last point is very important. There's this growing epidemic spreading like wildfire through students and new grads alike. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it, but it's called imposter syndrome. So imposter syndrome is defined as an internal experience of believing that you are not as competent as others perceive you to be. People who experience imposter syndrome think that despite their education, experience, and accomplishments, they are still incompetent. So the first step to coping with imposter syndrome is to acknowledge it and to know that you are not alone. So, in the crowd also, if you have experienced imposter syndrome, can you please raise your hand? I can't see anyone though. I know right here we have some hands up. Okay, so take a look around, right? You guys are definitely not alone. All of your faculty has felt it. me included. So while I can't promise that this is a lasting solution, another way to quiet those intrusive yet inevitable thoughts is to treat yourself like you would treat your best friend. You would never tell your best friend that they're dumb or unqualified, right? I mean, I might, but that's a different story. You guys shouldn't. The last trick I want to share with you is to celebrate your successes. Today is a huge milestone for all of you, and this accomplishment should be savored and cherished. Think of how proud you 5 years ago would be of you today. With all that said, I give you permission to be authentic and not contort yourself to fit in boxes where you don't belong. I give you permission to be a dynamic therapist who operates with an open heart and an open mind. And lastly, I give you all permission to do what it takes to make that connection. As my dear friend Hawk says, we create our own reality. Please make sure that that reality aligns with your purpose. Thank you so much for listening, and congratulations.
Let's give her one more round of applause. Taking my picture. All right. Now time for the fun part, the hooding ceremony. You ready? Okay, ladies, fix your curls. Come up here. All right. A hooding ceremony is a special recognition signifying the student's success in completing a graduate program. It recognizes the accomplishments of the students who have earned an advanced degree beyond the bachelor's in a more personal way that is permitted at the university's general commencement, but it does not replace the general commencement, okay? Thus, placing the hood on the student is a symbol of passage from student to master. The hooding ceremony is in addition to our celebrations that we have, and there were a few of you at the graduation a couple of last month, right? Yeah, they're shaking their head like, no, I wasn't there, Dr. Willis. All right, graduates, as we call your name, we're going to ask that you step up to the stage. You're going to receive your hood, your certificate. Brittany is going to take your lovely picture, and then you can return back to your seat. I would now like to welcome Dr. Catherine Duke to the stage for the reading of the names, as well as Dr. Ronnie Delatorre, who's going to start off with the hooding.
My own congratulations to the graduating red cohort. On behalf of the faculty, Dr. Willis already said so, but I'm just so proud of you. As one of your instructors, I got to teach you in your final trimester, and everybody had already done all the work, and I got to just have all the gravy. You were such great students. So anyway, I'm just happy to be here today to celebrate you. First up, we have Destiny Alvarado. Kimberly Arroyo Fonseca. Jessica Castellanos.
Marry me.
Keith Kavanaugh. Cassandra Cuenca. Mark Galvon. Laylee Joy Gomez. Nilufar Hyder.
Show off that hair.
Yiting Tina Wong. Aubrey Leah Iseri.
Yeah, Aubrey.
Tyler Kang. Lisa Keebler. Annie Katunian. Stephanie Linares.
That's my best friend!
Spencer Lee.
Hey, let's go!
Alyssa Magana. Adit Mangasarian. Kazuko Kim Mitsushima. Debbie Mock. Princess Nefalar.
Love you. I love you too.
Christy Nguyen.
Go, Christy.
Beautiful Christy.
Mika Ong Sands. Sherry Ranch Catch.
I'm proud of you, Sherry.
Hilda Sarkisian Linneman. Peyton Smith. Augustine Stoll. Elena Chilpina.
Go, Leanna.
You're my best daughter ever.
Cassandra Toraya.
Go Cassie.
We love you. So proud of you.
Love you.
Jennifer Trong. Gabrielle Valdez.
Get it, Gabs. Get that degree, sis.
Good job, Bea.
Tu Vu. Last but not least, Ava Bueno.
Thank you, Dr. De La Torre. Thank you, Dr. Catherine Duke, for reading of the names. Let's give one more round of applause for our graduates. I would like to now welcome Dr. Sheth, who will be presenting the honors awards to our students that are graduating with honors. Hi, Liz. How's everybody doing, Liz? Okay, friends and family, and my dear Red cohort, at this time, I would like to acknowledge our graduates that are graduating with honors. The university recognizes academic honors and distinction for the following two categories: University Highest Honors and University Honors. University Highest Honors is top 3% of graduating class with CGPA above 3.75. This year's recipient of University Highest Honor is, drumroll, Tina Hall.
Our next award is University Honors. Top 10% of graduating class with CGPA above 3.75. And we have two students actually. The first recipient of the university is, drum roll. Come on up, Keith. And the second one, drum roll. Come on up, Princess.
Congratulations. I would like to now welcome back to the stage Dr. Adam Christen, who's going to present the award for academic performance.
Thanks for having me back. I'll make you guys do a drum roll. That was a good idea. I'm done. All right, the Academic Achievement Award is given to the student who has the highest GPA in their class for the MSOT program. This recipient is loyal, honest, and has excellent integrity. This individual has the respect of their teammates and their peers. This individual will be a great addition to the profession of occupational therapy. Please welcome back for a third time to the stage, Tina Vaughn.
All right, we got one more award. The Founding Dean's Award is given to the graduating student whose characteristics most support the OT program's mission statement, and is also chosen by a combined vote of their classmates and their program faculty. This is the criteria to win this award. Professionalism. They demonstrate the ability to act as a member of a healthcare team, and they are involved in the advancement of OT. Clinical reasoning. They apply logic and critical thinking skills for the improvement of our clients' welfare, as well as enhance the recipient's own career. Ethical standards. They demonstrate appropriate principles and values and a commitment to continued professional growth. They possess a continued desire to acquire knowledge and advance the profession of occupational therapy. They are responsible. This person is dependable and assumes responsibility for their own action. They have initiative. They are resourceful and self-directed. They have constructive skills. They maintain a positive attitude and they demonstrate creative qualities. I want a drum roll. The Founding Dean's Award for Outstanding MSOT student, keep it going, per the majority vote of their fellow students and faculty goes to Lisa Keebler. In closing, because I know you all are ready to go celebrate and be with your family and friends, we know that you are going to be successful in this profession. We know that you're going to be advocates, leaders, lifelong learners, and reflective practitioners. I was not going to let you go without saying that one last time. We salute you and we thank you for trusting West Coast University to make you the best OTs that any client could ever have. I'll leave you with these final words. The future is always uncertain, but we who celebrate what you have done We celebrate all of your achievements, and we are certain on this one thing, on this one day, that you will not let us down. Thank you for being here with us today. I want you all to stay safe, enjoy the holidays, enjoy celebrating, and I'll see you soon. Congratulations. So Jerry is here to my right. He's going to lead the graduates out first.